Good morning, everybody. It's me, Marty, the JavaScript party, and my buddy Rhett. It is Monday morning, and we are having a good time. I got a new little water feature there. It's really cool. It does colors. I wish I had a little bit more control over the colors, but it's really nice. Here we go. So we have unit tests. I did want to mention that. So I have a different playlist where I do like short, like try to make them like I'm trying to make them like three. They're usually around seven. But in that, I've realized I'm sort of converging on the same end goal. But in that one, what I do is I try to build really quick without a whole lot of Angular, just Angular to help, but not really trying to get fixated on any kind of Angular kind of issues. And the thing that really has shown itself is that I have messed up my architecture over here, and that my ST really should not be um, interfaces, entities. This thing, I messed up, guys. I messed up real bad. Um, so basically, what we have is a renderer, and renderer has a scene and a camera, and our scene. Let's see, I can't remember. Oh, where am I in services? Oh, I'm in services, interfaces, ST, and then layout, routing, dictionaries, animation, three. Oh yeah, it's my three ST. So we go in our scene, and what we have is a list of mesh IDs. That should not be mesh IDs. These should be groups. Um, the way I mean, they were just absolutely brilliant in the way they did it. But the way ThreeJS set it up was that you have like a sort of a generic type, which is stuff that you can see. So it's got like, it can have lights, and it can have meshes, and the meshes can be orientated with each other and all of that. And that is like sort of baked into the very DNA of ThreeJS. And it's kind of like discovering that, oh, there's a neck between a head and a shoulders. And you wrote all the code for a head being directly attached to shoulders, but there was a neck in between, and the neck in this is a group. And so I need to somehow inject groups at this level, and then and then each mesh, and then you could have multiple meshes inside of a group. I have no idea much of a, how destructive that architectural change is going to be to this. It's going to be, though. I think it's going to be super destructive, but I don't have any idea. So that is probably going to do, probably what I'm going to do. I guess it would be a good time. I don't know if I feel like I should do the upgrade first. Problem with doing the upgrade to 22 is that if the upgrade to 22 breaks something that I don't really catch, and then I might attribute something to the group re-architecture that was actually broken during the upgrade, and not realize that, and then be, chasing my tail forever. So it's a high risk thing. I probably should do the group refactor first and then do the upgrade. Not happy about that though. All right, so we need to get the numeric renderer IDs. We set it a string and a mode. Um, and so and we default it to -1. But if we're in the mode, if we're not in update, then we definitely we don't even have a renderer ID. So that kind of makes this name a little bit off, because we really should be get um, numeric edit render ID. All right, so let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Because we're actually not just getting a numeric renderer ID, we're actually also checking to see if there is even, like, if it even exists, right? Like if it's not update, then we don't even have a new an edit render ID. But And I think that's how I'm doing it. Yeah, I usually put the edit here. Okay. Get, see, I say edit, publish, edit, update, render ID. So get, edit. Okay, so then put a little comment here that says, um, uh, if not in update mode, then there is no edit render ID. All right, so I feel like that cleans that up. And to me, that is the biggest benefit of unit testing is it's kind of your chance to like just kind of just go down to the lowest levels and make sure that everything just makes sense. Um, so get numeric render ID didn't really work because we um, because it sort of leaves out some of the functionality. Um, okay, so now we want to make it sort of it's a bit misleading, I guess, is probably the biggest thing. Um, it- and see, this would be like it's so hard to communicate that kind of information um, because that's the kind of thing that only matters to the developer. So, like whoever is doing the PR and stuff like that, if they're not like if they're more of an architect or a manager, then they probably don't care about that detail. But you care. I care about that detail. Should return the numeric edit ID. And it's going to be wild to see what that group refactor is going to do. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. So we want to say const, and that's going to be our string ID. That's going to be like a 1. And then const mode, and that is going to be update. Now, again, like you could just, it would be really nice. I mean, it would be like mentally very satisfying to write like 6 tests for this that checks to see if you don't send update in, do you still get the -1? All that stuff would be really nice and could, I guess, conceivably be very, very useful. But I don't I don't think its value is worth the squeeze. Okay, so const number ID is equal to this is service dot get edit numeric render ID, and we pass it the string ID, which is 1, and we pass it the mode, which is update, and then we expect. That's kind of good. I think this is sort of an example of me getting better. Like I used to always just I get the coverage first and then um, get the then I would go and I would run the expectation um, to equal 1. So I found it now because it was just faster to do it that way for me. See, it doesn't look like it ran. Let me see. Nope. Um, well, it's running. That's fascinating. Sometimes it runs, sometimes it doesn't run, sometimes it just takes it a while to run. There we go. Where are we at now? 97%. We're missing one branch and one line of code. That's it. This guy right here. So all we have to do is pass it a string with a mode set to with a string and the second value in it to be uh, update, and we are good. Let's see. But I do have to start work in 1 minute, so I got to go. Tomorrow we'll finish this one up, and then I think all we have is like a couple lines of code in here. It looks like, oh, no, 2 lines of code in here. 2 lines of code. It looks like 2 branches. Yeah, 2 branches and 2 lines of code in this guy to figure out tomorrow. I think there was one that is really tricky though, that I don't know, have any idea how the heck I'm going to do. Let me go take another look at that. Is render created, and then yeah, it's looking at this value, and I don't know exactly what I should do because yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. I don't know exactly the best way to deal with that. But anyways, that is that. Happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.